So if you're a landlord struggling to collect your rents, or you're just kind of nervous about the climate of the current rental market, let today be the last day you worry about any of that. So if you follow the content, you know I'm moving out of my current house into another property, and I've decided to rent this one out to a government subsidized tenant. That's right, I'm gonna partner with the biggest, baddest business in the land, the United States government. You see, they have programs set up to help people with their rent. They can't necessarily afford the rent. It's called the Section 8 department, aka the Housing Choice Voucher Program. So in this video, I want to show you exactly step by step how I do it. I just listed it last week and we've got 5 applications already for this property. And further, I'm going to show you, what do we look for? What do we look for in a Section 8 tenant? It's not like not all tenants are created equal, not even Section 8 tenants, right? So you got to know what you're looking for when you're out there in the field so you don't get your place all torn up all to hell, all right? So let's get right into it. Okay, class, it's Kris Haskins with therealestateroundup.com. My mission and ministry is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. So today we're going to carry you on a short journey showing you how I list my rental properties on Section 8. Further, why do we deal with Section 8 tenants? Well, let me tell you, back in 2004, 5, 6, and 7, for me, I just got sick and tired of hoping and praying and begging and prodding my tenants are going to pay rent every month. Every 30 days, I felt like I was going to Las Vegas, pulling the casino, the slot machine, trying to figure out who was going to pay rent, who was going to be late, who wasn't going to pay, who was going to say they were going to pay but never did pay, and just dragged me out in order for me to evict them. It was crazy. Probably how I lost my hair, but it was a horrible existence, and I don't want that for you. You see, dealing with private pay tenants, you just don't know what hiccups or bumps in the road are going to prevent them from paying you rent. So that's why we partner with the government, because I don't got to worry about it. Ever since I started using Section 8 in 2007, 8, 9, 2007 or 8, it's been on autopilots. And even we lasted through these past years with the worldwide crisis, and rents came in every month. So the first part of this video, I'm going to take you to my screen. I'm going to show you how do you know how much you can charge for a Section 8 tenant for rent in your area. We're going to go right to the website. I'm going to show you how to do that. And further, you're going to see the demand, how much demand is out there for these Section 8 tenants. Because I used to think, man, are there really enough people to go around to rent my unit too? And are they going to tear up my stuff? So we're going to go over what do I look for? All right, let's go to the computer here. So I want you to understand the demand that goes into the Housing Choice Voucher Program. That's what this is called. HCV, Housing Choice Voucher Program right here. So this is the housing department website in my city, in my town. But I want you to see just, it's letting us know right now. Let me blow this up. So make this bigger. The Section 8 Housing Choice Voucher Program waiting list is currently closed and it's not expected to open in the near future. When the waiting list is open, it will be posted here on our website, Facebook, and in the local newspapers. So what is that telling us? I want y'all to know, real estate roundup homies, that the demand supersedes the supply. There are just hundreds of tenants that need somewhere to go. And look, they're not even taking on new people. And if you want to see if your town or where you live is open, you can go right back to our website, go to affordablehousing.com. You're going to type in renters, type in your town. So we're here in Florida. Let's just click on one of these waiting lists in Clearwater Housing Authority Section 8 waiting list. Now, this is, remember, the Housing Choice Voucher Program. They got number of vouchers, 1,340 vouchers. That is a lot of tenants, y'all. There's a ton of tenants waiting to get somewhere. Let's go to Jacksonville. I can only imagine. Oh, my Lord. Look at this, y'all. This is why I love Section 8. Number of vouchers, 7,000. So they have to place 7,000. And this open day, they opened this waiting list back in 2021. So round up, please. Don't you think that there's not a demand for these Section 8 tenants? So now let's find out how much Section 8 is paying in our local area. so we can turn around and figure out how much we can actually go out and charge for rent for our specific unit. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to go to a website called affordablehousing.com. All right, now that used to be gosection8.com, right? But just type that right in, boom, it takes you right to the homepage. So the first step is I want to find out how much are other people getting for rents in my town. I can do that. You can see I'm already logged in. I'm a standard member here, so I live in Hampton, but let's take that out. You can just click the button. It'll say current location. It can just tell you exactly where you are. It's really cool. So we want to determine how much rent can we get. You got to find out what everybody else is getting, so in order for you to determine how much you're going to get. And don't waste a lot of time if the rents are too low over there. All right, so this is our little map here. So let's boil it down. Let's go to our property type. So this is so total houses available to rent 55. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bedrooms. So I have a single family house. Let's see, that takes it down, to 18 available units. And then I'm going to go further, and the bedrooms, I got a 4-bedroom it takes it down to 8 rentals. Let's see what 3 is. 15 rentals. We'll leave it at 3 and 4. Right? Okay, let's see what they got. So view the rentals. 3 and 4 bedrooms. It's truly amazing how much Section 8 has really, really come up. All right. So it gives you the map right here on the screen, where they are, all the stuff here. And it tells you, I don't know. Okay, so here's a 4-bedroom that's going for $2,000 right here. There's a 3-bedroom going for $1,900 right there. Scroll down. There's a 4-bedroom for $2,150. Another 4-bedroom for $1,800. There's 1,700 square feet. So it looks like you can here's another 4-bedroom going for $2,100, $1,750. So it looks like you can get anywhere from, I don't know, $1,800, $1,900. Here's a 3-bedroom for $1,130. I don't know. This is in a challenge part of town right there. It looks like we're getting around $2,000 for these properties, for your rent, for the rentals on these properties. Here's a 3-bedroom for $1,500, a 4-bedroom for $2,300. You can change the area as much as you like to add in stuff. And then when you're ready to list the property, you're going to go to owner. I'll take you there in a minute. So I got a single family house, 3 beds, 4 beds. So I can kind of look at this is the rental comps for Section 8. 3 bedrooms, $1,900. So just take your time. Here's another one, $2,150. Take your time and go through here. You look at the pictures, $1,750, $1,800. Here are the ones that are active for rent on this right side of the screen, okay? So that's how you know how much you can get for one of your properties. So when you're ready to list your property, when you're ready to go and put it on the Section 8 housing program, go to affordablehousing.com. It used to be Go Section 8. And you're an owner. So you want to list your property. Now, is it a single unit or entire unit? List a unit. It's going to ask you all these questions. You just go through, put your name, email, phone number, all that stuff, and you can put it up on it. It's just that simple to actually add a new listing to the Section 8 housing list. You don't even have to go down there anymore to do that. You can do it all on the internet. All right, so get out there and get that house listed. Okay, now you see kind of the moving parts in the back office. Make sure you create your account. And by the way, since you're watching this video, if you use the code Section 8, I'll give you 50% off of my Section 8, the Landlord's Guide to Section 8 Housing. And what I did is I created a step-by-step training module to show you how we locate, how we screen, how we install a tenant into our Section 8 properties, right? Because there is a strategy to this. You don't want to get the wrong tenant, even if it's a Section 8 tenant, it could tear your house up. So that link is in the video description and the code's right there on the screen if you want to get started. Go follow my roadmap so you don't have to worry about messing it up like I did. So what do I look for when I'm looking for a Section 8 tenant? The first thing, the application, and if you don't even want the course, I'll just give you, there's going to be another link in the video description. I'll give you my application and my landlord verification. I'll give you that for free. Just give me your email address. This is the most important part. I cannot tell you the application process, right? So the time, first thing I'm looking for in the application, the time at their previous property, the previous residence, where they're living, where they've been. If they've moved around over the last few years, every year or every 2 years, might not be the person that I'm looking for. Now, I can't necessarily say for you, but I want somebody that's going to stay 3, 5, 6, 7 years in my property because there's a lot of stress on the property when someone moves out, right? And I tell them from the jump, listen, we do 3-year leases only. Is it a problem for you? And then I get quiet. I want them to know this is how we do business. 3-year leases only. If that's a problem, we're not the landlords you're looking for. So the way that I can tell is I see how long they've been at their previous residence. Smokers. One of the things my mentor told me many years ago, Kris, we don't rent to smokers. Smokers will tear your house all to pieces. The smoke will get in the sheetrock. It will go through the sheetrock, get into the studs. It'll get into your central heating and air unit. It'll get into the floor. It will just tear up your property, the kitchen cabinets, paint, all that stuff. And you just don't want to do it. So just, how do you tell if your tenant smokes? Right on there. Are you a smoker? And then what you can do, smell the application when they turn it in. Pets, we do not allow pets. I know a lot of people saying, oh, I got a little Fido or a little Blackie or whatever brownie you guys want to come in the property. We're not the landlord for you. What happened to me in the past is the pet, and I know I'm a pet owner. I got a small little dog, but pets can destroy your flooring. So I just don't want to deal with that with all the rental property that we have. Now I might deal with it a little bit where I live, but do I want to deal with that with house after house after house after house? No. So if you just make a blanket statement, no pets, you're good. And you see if they had pets, I'll ask them if they currently have a pet. You'll see if you look on the application, once you download the application, there is a block there for pets. If they say yes, you have to ask them, are you willing to get rid of your pet? And it's a serious thing. Time on the job, the next thing. Now, Section 8 is not that crucial when it comes to having a job because they don't even need to have one. And further, I don't even care about their credit because credit is irrelevant when the government is paying the rent for them, right? So if they've been on the job for quite a long time, that's the person I want to rent from. If they've been jumping around from job to job to job in the past couple years, maybe a red flag that they're not committed to staying at one place, right? Might be. The next thing I'm looking for is their current residence condition. How do you keep your current residence? And how do we verify that? I always pop up for a visit. Point blank. I just say, hey, Ms. Smith, I'm in the area. Would you mind if I stop by for a short visit? And they usually say one of 3 things. Sure, come on over. Or they'll say, give me a few minutes. You can come at this time. Or the one that's going to really kill them and put the application in the trash. Is that legal? Can you even do that? Can you stop by my house and do? When I hear that, red flag, I don't want to deal with that. Because even if you live a little messy, you can kind of clean it up for a visitor. I can tell. I'm not looking for, when I stop by for the visit, I'm just looking to see if the place can be cleaned up a little bit and it's not, they haven't tore it all up. Like the walls, busted up walls in the bathroom, ripped off door cabinets, stuff like that. That's what I'm looking for when we go do a home visit for your current residence. Then finally, your landlord verification. I need to know, what does your current landlord and previous landlord say about you? What are they saying? Do they say you suck? Do they say you're hard to deal with? What are they saying? Do they say, I've had landlords tell me, Kris, I tell you what, I am so sad I'm losing Miss Smith. She was the greatest tenant ever. I've had people tell me that. And I've also had landlords tell me, Kris, I would never rent to this lady ever again. So you gotta know what's the opinion. And it's always good to get 2 landlords back. So you know the current landlord isn't trying to just get rid of them. So try to talk to the previous landlord, and you'll see on the application there, it's a space to put in too. So get their opinion. You can just, all the questions are right there. Boom, 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 boom. You don't even have to think of them. I'm giving you the questions to ask them. All right. So this is just a little bit of what I'm looking for in the Landlord's Guide to Section 8 Housing. You got a whole ton of more information. It's going to walk you step by step how to do all this stuff. All right. So if I poured into you today, Roundup, make sure you take a second to subscribe and hang out with me. We're going to bring you to the new house as we move from this one and get it rented out to a government subsidized tenant. Like this content, share with anybody else that is kind of concerned about the climate of the current real estate market. And there's a bunch of videos right here that will help you understand how Section 8 works. It's the whole playlist right here, all right? So let's get to it and stop worrying about if you can get rent every month. I don't. Comes in automatically. All right, peace.